You are listening to
Talk the Classic.
I really wish that we would have brought some raw chicken for this fire pit, because Becca just said that this is made for cooking. Is that right?
Yeah. It's amazing.
That doesn't make sense. Oh, so this is a fry pan.
Yeah, it's like a skillet or a grill, basically.
So don't touch this.
No.
Okay,
the outside of this, it gets like 200 degrees.
That's insane. We could be frying burgers while we're talking right now.
No, the lip of it gets up to 1,000 degrees.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So those are some hot
lips.
lips.
If you touch that right now, you're just not feeling good.
Well, it wouldn't. It's not 1,000 right now.
It's clearly there's just fire like heating up metal, and I'm like, this is hot.
You're telling me this is hot? So what we're describing right now is Sam bought a new fire pit.
Oh, yeah. So, wait, we should also say this is the very first time that we have tried, at least in a long time, to do an episode outside because of the pandemic. So we're outside painting a picture, back porch. Sam got a new fire pit. You said you bought a $1,000 fire pit just for the show, right?
Well, I mean, it's like a $600.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What is it made out of?
Well, it's made out of steel. But the fancy thing about it is that it's a smokeless fire pit.
What?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Well, there's like convection involved and other things. Basically, what happens is there's a secondary level of combustion that takes place that removes the smoke from the flames.
I was just going to say that obviously I didn't think about that beforehand because I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. But now looking
Wait,
at
is that a Smash Mouth quote?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But now looking at it, that is odd. There's no smoke.
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
There is no smoke.
There's a military vehicle flying
we
overhead.
are genuinely outside. That's not a sound effect that I just put together.
Well, the sound you have that soundboard. But you're
What if we're actually just faking the fact that we're outside because we don't want to be judged?
We don't wanna be
We don't want to
judged.
be judged for recording and such. We have a little fire crackle and Sam's like, "Yeah, I bought a
we're
$600
we're actually in a
fire
very
pit."
small closet-sized recording booth, and all of our lips are touching.
Yeah, we're definitely exchanging saliva.
So wow. So this just came yesterday, and
Yeah.
you did want to get it specifically only for the show, or you wanted to double effect?
Oh no! I mean, we've been wanting a fire pit, and I looked at just like your normal fire pits, and they just get so smoky, and you're constantly moving around to a different side depending on like where the wind is coming.
I mean, this is like a game changer.
Yeah,
I was wondering why I didn't feel the need to move around.
This one, even if
is
the wind is
awesome.
blowing right at you,
Yeah.
you don't notice it.
Oh, Becca's here. Oh my God! Wait, Becca, what did you make? What is this?
Fried rice.
Oh my God! Look how good that looks. Jesus. Becca's in the kitchen making Sam.
There's something more going on in
that
there.
doesn't look like your
Yeah.
average fried
No,
rice.
This fried rice is serious.
Becca, what's in that fried rice?
This is pro.
Just lots of veggies, chicken. We buy a rotisserie chicken every week, and I break it down. I save all the bones for stock, make him chicken salad for his lunches, and then I take all the dark meat and then the skin and chop it up and put it in his fried rice.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why you need to get yourself a half Asian woman, because that's ridiculous.
That's the only reason.
The only specific reason.
Everything else is a con.
Wait. So there's chicken. You're using the chicken.
Yeah.
Got you. Well, it looks like some kind of pork or ground beef on top. Or is that ground chicken? What is that?
There's like little seeds and
Oh my God. Becca, one day
Sriracha.
I will purchase all the ingredients if you were to make the fried rice and we eat it on the back porch. One day. Sam is a very selfish person.
That's
It would
actually a
never
humongous
occur
ball.
to
Yeah.
him. I like how Dave's like, I'm eating peanuts, and we're like, Dave, you're so stupid. It's a show. And Sam's like, I'll have a 4-course meal.
That looks like if you went to a buffet, that's like one of the sections of food that everybody would eat out of, like just one of the compartments.
Yeah, it looks really good. For some reason, from this angle, it looks like a bowl of hamburger meat.
It really does. It really does just look like ground meat.
You sure that's not just hamburger meat? It's just taco meat. She's like, this is what we call fried rice here. So, Becca, we were talking about the fire pit, and are you guys going to you're going to cook yakitori on this?
Yeah, we
That'd be so fun. I mean, this
What
really
is what? Sorry, what is yakitori?
it's just like char grilled chicken, like Japanese chicken on a stick you make over a fire.
Yeah. Japanese chicken.
But it's really fun. It's like on long toothpick type things, and you're like, there's a bunch of different things. You could have negi, chicken hearts, like bunch of random shit you can have, and little sweet sauces, and flip them over. Delicious.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Sounds nice.
I feel like this is a game changer, not only for the podcast, so we can record outside due to the pandemic, but in terms of Sameka, right? This is like, because it's very cold now. There's like a way to hang out.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah. Sameka, for all of you listening at home, is the name of the speakeasy bar. Sam and Becca have a house in Beverly Hills. It's a speakeasy, an illegal...
That's not a joke. They really do live in Beverly
Hills. They live in
Hills.
Beverly Hills of Asheville, North Carolina. And when we go to their house and we drink... we get very drunk. We do drugs. We snort drugs.
Do you guys just like non-ironically ever put on like the Weezer song? Just like when you wake up, you're just like,
we've never done that.
You haven't
You've
done
never
that?
done
You
that?
should do that
We
together.
could do that soon.
I don't like that album.
I mean,
it's a bad
that album
album
is
for sure.
horrible. Yeah,
I
it's
just know you
horrible.
both have bad music taste, so figured it was something you might do together.
Sam, what's your review of the fried rice? Obviously, you've had it many
It's
times.
excellent. No, it's
Spicy?
delicious.
Is it spicy?
A little spicy, yeah.
Did you eat it, Becca? Did you already eat it, Becca? You don't eat it. I knew you were going to say that.
Wait, so you cook and you don't eat any of it?
I cook
Yeah,
and I never eat it.
that's insane.
I love it because Sam's getting so many fans at home in the very strong feminist crowd. You said because he doesn't let you eat it.
You also said he doesn't let you out of the kitchen after you're done cooking.
So wait,
That's
so
interesting.
We just eat different things.
So Becca, it's been established that Becca and
what
I.
does he make you eat?
Wait, Becca and I. Wait, Becca and I. It's been established that Becca and I have the exact same appetite for Sam's dong, appetite for food and taste in food. Becca, what on a night like this?
She
What
probably
would,
has a really big
what-
appetite. She doesn't eat
what,
apparently.
what would you eat for dinner, Becca, on a night like this?
Well, I had dinner with a friend and we went to get ramen. So that's what I had for dinner. But, typically, I like, small nibbles. A lot of canned fish, sometimes like a charcuterie plate.
That sounds like me. I like little small nibbles.
I didn't know how to pronounce that until right now.
And the reason you
I
and
thought it was charcuterie. I don't know.
like it's shocking.
Yeah, like how good it is.
Well, going
It's,
back
like,
to
shocking.
my previous
Shocking.
really good joke, the reason that Becca and I have the same taste for Sam's dong, we love small nibbles. That's my big joke of the night.
All right, we're
We
done,
really
guys.
went-
And that's the show.
Oh, man.
Thanks for coming out.
Oh man, but I'm liking this so far. I feel like this is a very comfy place to record.
Yeah,
it's
it definitely
nice.
is. Definitely is.
You got your fried rice. You got your peanuts. You got hungry Becca. She's starving to death in the corner, emaciated, hasn't eaten in days.
No, but the way the fire pit works is that there's like this extra chamber that you can't see this on the side, and it creates this separate air current, which is the hottest air in the fire pit, and it comes up the top or on the sides out these holes, and then
I see the
interacts
holes.
with the smoke as the smoke's coming out, and then gets rid of the smoke by a secondary level of combustion.
Holy shit!
And then as the hotter it gets, smoking a little bit now because I just added wood. But
Okay.
it's as it gets hotter and hotter, the lip will tilt towards the fire, and so then just thermodynamics. Then you can like put hamburger patties, whatever.
Wait, so it tilts. It literally will start to do that.
Yeah, and then you can put hamburger patties and stuff, and like all the grease will just drip into the pit.
Jesus Christ! This is a luxurious fire pit. Did you know this technology existed?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
just thinking about the fact of like when he was talking, I was going to fade it out with music because
You just like
it's
fade it
really
out. You fade
right
it-
when he starts talking about like scientific stuff, it just goes.
That's what always happens.
Or it just-
I mean, I'm used to it at this
It just
point,
starts
you know.
like a musical ambiance, and it's like you're getting sleepy, you're falling asleep. No, I am actually genuinely interested in that, and I feel like before it was like, oh, why even bother getting a fire pit? Make a fire outside, and then it was like, oh, just get a normal fire pit. But now it's like, why would you ever not get this?
Yeah, well, if you don't have
It's
$600,
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
just save up a little bit.
yeah, you can.
Because an average fire pit is $200, so I mean, Just wait 3 months.
I'm starting to get like
You
I
can
always
get smaller models too.
smaller for smaller fires,
Just
like
like
little
not
tiny
as
fires.
not as wide.
Just one for the palm
Those
of
are
your
called
hands.
candles.
Yeah, but there's like another attachment that you can put on the lip of it, and so you can. It's like a griddle that goes on top.
Okay.
And so then you can like cook stuff over the fire. Like
Right. What do you think
campfire.
the chances are that Sam's microphone's going to melt?
I know, right?
It looks
pretty
like
close.
Sam is in the fire right now. It was like
It
melting.
actually doesn't feel hot.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't that-
My knees feel hot.
It's
though.
because of the thermodynamics.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like with fires, is that what's the deal with fires?
I shouldn't have added those 3 laws.
See, you don't
say-
have anywhere to go. You're in a corner. You can't back up.
Yeah,
like
I
if-
just backed up a full foot because it's starting to get kind of like really crazy.
This is a perfect shot for the show because Sam's legs are spread so wide. One could wonder: is the heat coming from his crotch or the fire? And there's
No,
Dave
crotch,
Burr.
for sure.
Dave Burr, fishy, 100%.
But you can see that like when it gets really cold. I mean, because it actually isn't that cold tonight, you know. But when it's actually a
I'm about
really
to start
cold
moving
night,
layers
this will
of clothing.
still rock it.
yeah, no, this is going to be
gonna rock
amazing.
it. Yeah.
This is actually perfect.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull up this list of topics here. We have the fire pit. We like that. That's here on the.
It only burns
topics.
certain kind of wood. That's the other thing I
See,
wanted
I
to
was
mention.
okay. Oh yeah, I'm glad you brought that up before I skipped
What happens
ahead.
if you put the other type of wood in there?
You said that it,
Like
it-
just
It just will explode.
it's like crossing the streams in Ghostbusters.
oh yeah.
It's just like
So just like apple tree wood.
Apple tree wood would be great.
It would?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's hardwood. This is what I learned: is that you
Okay.
have hardwood and you have softwood. Hardwood is like anything that like bears fruit.
Sure.
That's hardwood.
Sure.
Anything that is coniferous, that's softwood. Like the fruit that they bear doesn't have a shell. It just like kind of just falls naked onto the ground. Like a
Yes.
pine tree or spruce. Those are softwoods.
gotcha.
And they just don't burn as well. They're like more wet.
Okay.
And they don't get as dry. And yeah.
Gotcha.
But you got to season the firewood, you know, you got to like, you let it dry out. Like a freshly cut down tree.
Of course.
And so you want like seasoned basically that's why a lot of people buy firewood in the spring, because by the time winter comes around, the wood is like perfect. But a lot of people, what they do is kiln dry their wood, which is a way to speed up, and then you can get it dry right away.
Okay, wait. Let me see. Look at my list of topics here. I just found it. We're recording outside around a fire. Check. I forgot there's a new shutdown order in effect. So if we're not done by 10 o'clock, we're shot on site. Is that right?
I think I are you bringing this up because I told you we need more current event topics?
No,
No.
I just wrote down things you guys were both saying before the episode started.
okay.
And Sam was saying, do you think we'll be done by 10? Do you think that we need to move our money to an offshore account? I was just wondering if either of you, what do you think about this new North Carolina order? I think that current events are very important.
I do too.
Unlike Dave.
Yeah, I've been. So as far as the 10 o'clock thing, I am not affected by this because I work night shift and I have like a fancy piece of paper that says I'm.
That's why I mentioned it. Dave's essential.
I'm essential.
I remember trying to figure out how in the world you were essential.
Well,
Because I know in the group of friends you're not, so I'm wondering how.
Well,
like,
most people would say that in like any aspect in life, I've never been essential.
Right.
Teachers, girlfriends, pets would say that, but
women trying to achieve orgasm.
Yeah, I'm not an essential. Yeah. But after 10 p.m., I've become actually one of the most essential people that I know because I have a piece of paper that says so. So I can work night shift, and I'm allowed to drive around. Even if I'm not working, I can just drive around with that piece of paper, and a cop pulls me over. I'm like,
Oh, interesting.
and I had that piece of paper.
So the cops will pull you over and they're like, out of the car, dickweed. And you show them the paper. You're like, how about you go fuck yourself? They're like, sorry, sir. Top of the morning to you. Sorry, sir.
I didn't know who you
They're
were.
like, suddenly I'm Irish. Have a good day, sir. Does that make sense?
Top of the morning.
Sam, I just saw a flash of those abs. You been working out?
No.
Sam?
Downhill daddy.
What is the status?
Yeah, I'm back into downhill.
What's the status of
daddy.
Downhill Daddy?
Well, I took a breather. I was doing so good, and I took a breather
You were doing so good as far as what?
into like my workout routine.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I had totally transformed my downhill daddy body back into like a
This is post last
fit
episode.
body.
Are you
This is post last episode.
Okay, because last episode we
I was on
talked
the
about
upswing
Downhill
last
Daddy.
episode.
So you were in uphill daddy for a little while.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I just took a break, and then I just kept taking breaks.
What kind of exercises? Mostly push-ups. Cock
push-ups, pull-ups, doing some free weights.
Becca, can
well, I
you
was gonna
corroborate this
say,
evidence?
Becca-
Did Sam work out for a while post Downhill Daddy?
I have a different
like
question.
August to October.
She's shaking her head, kind of squinting her eyes, kind of ruffling her brow, very
Well,
confused.
this is my
Because
question.
she's not paying attention. I'm in there working out. She's just like doing her thing, working. She's at a restaurant.
She's slaving over
out-
fried
she's
rice.
she's
You're just
somewhere
She's
else.
fucking-
obviously cooking.
Sam's like
She's cooking.
Sam's like prison style, busting out hundreds of reps, just like bulging at the crotch. And Becca's like, I don't.
Yeah, no, my
remember.
question to you, Becca, is did you notice any? So he went through different. He said Sam just said he went through different phases where his dad bod or his downhill daddy bod was there, but then it went away. Did you notice any of this?
Okay, so I was only half paying attention when you were talking about your workout routine. Yeah, you did go through like the P90 thing during
Is that like a penis enlargement program? What is that?
it's his little
Penis.
it's this little workout video that he does because he couldn't go to the gym. And
No, but you're not. You're answering Chris's question, but not mine. Did you notice an actual difference?
Oh, he wants to know if you noticed a difference in his naked body.
Did you?
Let me just say, she said that she did.
Oh, the truth
she
comes
said that.
out.
But did you? But
So you're saying Sam's
We're
like,
lying in bed, and you like you have your
Well,
hands on my
apparently-
chest, and you're like, "Strong daddy."
oh.
well, apparently, Sam, she was
No.
lying in bed. Apparently,
Oh,
So-
lying in bed
Yeah.
that way. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So
No, I figured she was.
So wait,
there's
we-
a 50-50 chance.
This is a family podcast, but when you were running your hands down Sam's body, could you tell a difference?
I could tell a difference, but it wasn't like it wasn't.
it was enough to be that you could be imagining it.
Yeah, it was just the power of knowing that he was working out, I guess.
Yeah,
And
it's like a placebo pill.
Kind of a placebo.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Placebo 90X.
I haven't worked out in at least
35
a year.
years.
At least a year.
What did
So-
you used to do for your workout? This is like actually we've gone back to this a few times. You're like the one out of us who like Sam and I go through little spurts of working out and stuff. My spurts
You
are like
work out pretty often. Don't you?
well, my spurts are like 365 days a year. It's like little spurts.
I go through a spurt every few minutes. Got to
No, but you're the only one who's like not. You've never been super concerned with it. And when you did work out, what did you do?
Well, it's just
I like
when-
that we're like making fun of Sam, and now I'm
Yeah.
like, let's make fun of Dave.
It's just like when I wake up in the morning and I see myself, I know that I shouldn't be concerned because it's just like, oh,
Yeah, you're like
look at my
early in
body
the
and I'm just like,
morning.
this is perfection. Why would I want to change?
Because you
this?
said light me up that cigarette, strap shoes on my feet.
Wait, what?
Got to find a reason things went wrong.
Reason thing, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, sublime. No, I don't want to tell this story again if I've already told on the podcast about working out at the.
Oh yeah, I don't think I
No?
don't remember that.
Okay. Well, this is the great thing is that nobody listens to this anyway. So if I tell a story again,
I don't
I'm
think
not
it
gonna be
matters.
like, they're not going to be
Yeah.
like, oh, he's redoing his old shit.
They're like, they've only ever made 20 episodes of the show over the course of 5 years, but they retold this story
Yeah.
once.
You guys deal with it. Yeah, I used to. So I work at a hotel, and I work night shift.
He's essential.
And yeah, because I'm essential. And so what I was doing on some of the nights where it wasn't as crowded, I would go work out in our workout room.
And I would receive videos of this because you would send some funny videos. I probably still have them, like of you on the treadmill and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But wearing like full, he would be in a workout on the treadmill wearing like full uniform with a name tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So I would go in there and I would just, and it was a terrible idea. It was like not a thing that would continue because it was just so annoying.
And you'd get sweaty, I'm sure.
Yeah. So I would be in there in my like black pants and like a long sleeve hotel shirt with a name tag, and I'm on
He's
the
literally he's like,
yeah, and I'm on the elliptical.
yeah. Oh, the
And-
elliptical. It wasn't a treadmill. Yeah,
I was
yeah.
on the elliptical, and so I would run 2 miles, and I was trying to hit like 25 minutes or something, which it was always hard for me to do. And so I would be on the elliptical, and I'd be in there, and the way that I got, the way that I justified it, not necessarily justified it, but the way I got away with it, is that I would set up a FaceTime with my laptop. And I would put my laptop computer on the desk there at the front desk, and I would call my cell phone. I would do a FaceTime with my cell phone and my laptop. So I would be able to see if people were coming up to the desk. And if I saw somebody come to the desk, I would just come from the other room all sweaty and just be like, oh, it's a customer. And, on the screen when you're FaceTiming somebody, you see, like I could see in there in the lobby, and the lobby could see
you.
me. So I would I would pull open like the Apple preferences or some sort of thing to cover up that video. And there was a few times where I realized that what I was doing on the elliptical was I was putting it down at the place where I guess you put a drink or something like that. And so what it is, I'm not trying to do this, but it is filming my crotch, like going up and down on the elliptical.
It's like a sweaty crotch.
And so it's just
like khakis that are like a sweat stain.
So it's zoomed right in on my crotch. And so all it's showing is just this like crotch going up and down, like kind of dancing.
He's doing a dancing motion.
Why don't you just put a piece of
with his
tape
crotch.
over the camera?
Well, I didn't think about it. I don't know. I make things complicated.
But Dave, when you masturbate to internet pornography, do you not use a little piece of tape on the camera for like?
No.
I'm paranoid. Someone could be hacking.
No, I kind of like the
computer.
idea
Have you
that
seen that
maybe
Black
somebody's
Mirror?
watching.
Like never. Yeah.
Well, even
It's so scary.
even people like Mark Zuckerberg, he's like, oh, I would never not have a piece of tape.
No,
on
I
the
totally
camera.
should. But I was going to say, to end that long and stupid story, is that I definitely came back in one time and saw that the screen was up on my laptop.
You think people walked by?
Yeah, there was people walking
Yeah.
by. I don't know. I don't know if anybody like just saw this like crotch of some guy.
So what was the
It was like a weird kink or something. Probably. That's
What
it looked
was
like.
the reason you started working out and then stopped?
Because I would get really sweaty while I was doing it.
No, stopped. Yes, but start and stop. Why were you like, I need to make a life change?
Oh, I don't know. Why does anybody start exercising?
Yeah.
You feel miserable and you think
you just
you're
want
not
you're
enough.
like, oh, I'm not healthy. Blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
yeah. Yeah.
I was just curious.
For me, I just literally feel worse.
For me, I do it for mental like stability.
It's totally mental.
and
for me.
it's not.
100%.
I am not.
Not
a-
100%.
I am not a scientist, but Sam, you can back this up. There's been multiple studies that have shown
On Sam?
regular exercise is as effective. I'm pretty sure I'm quoting this, as effective as to treat mild to moderate depression as SSRIs. That which is proven.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I have depression or anxiety or anything like that, but I found that the main reason I work out is the days I don't, I feel shitty, mentally, anxiety, blah blah blah. So if I continue to do that, then I don't feel bad. But Danny, she might be like you, Dave, where it doesn't really affect her mental state one way or the other. Like,
So Danny, your significant other, doesn't work out.
well, what she does. She does like in spurts. She'll go through a period where she does.
You said
period
you
where she
don't
doesn't.
like the way she's looking lately.
Well,
Like,
I said no.
she's
Actually,
gotten really
Jesus
big,
she probably
which
would
I
be-
thought was a really bad,
well,
nasty thing to
she
say.
would probably be angry that I'm bringing this up, but it's actually the opposite. We have a running joke that I keep trying to give her ice cream and make her not work out because whenever Danny gets any weight, it goes to her ass and in the best way. So I'm constantly trying to like build this ass up, and I'm like, oh honey, you don't have to walk over there. I don't want to affect the growth of your ass that we're working. It's like a joke. So
Yeah.
within this joke, no, I do not want her to work out. I'm trying to plump up her tush. Next topic.
No, I mean that's so when you say like it's just as effective as like an SSRI,
Mild to moderate, though, not
as-
severe
as-
depression.
as an antidepressant to work out. And what's as effective mentally as working out is an antidepressant. So and
That's true, except for one has pros and cons. One only has pros.
I don't know. I don't
The
know
only
that all
con, the only con is like it's a bit annoying or you're lazy. You're like, I get sweaty. That's a con.
I think some of the antidepressant cons are a little overblown, and that's called that's called cognitive dissonance.
I mean,
because
any
I
doctor-
take an antidepressant.
Okay. That was
So-
I wasn't. Yeah.
So I'm going to downplay any of the cons.
well, any doctor that would say any medication would say probably like it's going to help this, and this. The side effects are possibly this,
Yeah.
and this.
Yeah.
So I'm just assuming. I know very little about SSRIs, but I just brought that up because
in the community, with some of us call them three.
you guys call them cereals. But Danny,
it's just easier.
for
In
example,
the community? In what community?
It's antidepressant.
it's in the depressed community.
I get together with people that take antidepressants. We take antidepressants. We get together on certain days, and we just
well
say,
as somebody else I know who I'm very close to. They would say like, of course, exercising is a much better option, but the problem is, try telling a depressed person to exercise every day.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if anyone here has depression, but can anybody
No, I
comment?
don't. I take them because I just like taking pills.
You like taking pills. You'll like snort them.
Yeah.
Sam, do you take anything that's a private invasion of your privacy on the show? Do you take anything?
You take like suppositories constantly,
I take
right?
vitamins.
Cock suppositories?
I eat a lot of whey protein.
You eat whey protein. Way too much, would you say?
Way too much.
Let me tell you what, everyone's very interested. Here's what I take every day. Vitamin D, Madong,
An underage girl's virginity.
an underage girl's virginity, zinc, vitamin C, and I think fish oil. That's what I've been taking.
Fish oil makes you have the worst burps.
I definitely do get the burps. I actually don't get the burps. I
You don't get the.
No.
Why did you say you?
I was just trying to be agreeable. I don't think I've ever burped. I haven't burped in years, I don't think. But yeah, I guess Becca, do you like exercising or you dislike it?
I go in.
What kind of waves?
I feel like I get really into exercising 3 months out of the year, where it'd be like I'm mainly more of a cardio person. I want zero muscle mass.
Right. Tell us more about that.
I'm a girl, particularly a half Asian girl, so yeah, I just don't want to bulk up,
You want to stay skinny.
Yeah.
You're looking real good.
Oh, thank you. I'm not in that exercising phase, so.
Not in the phase.
Is that a summer thing? Is it like your? What? I mean, I
You
feel
wanna
even
talk about
appropriate-
Becca's body?
I was gonna
You wanna
say
talk
your
about
beach
her body
but
in
I
front of
felt weird
Sam?
about saying that. Oh, God, this is the perfect time. This is the perfect time to tell you something, Becca, that I've been wanting to tell you.
I think about your body.
No. It is related to that, but it's not. No, but it's not. No. Just
It's
wait.
related to you thinking about her body?
Just wait. You don't know what I'm going to say? Chris is the only other person who knows. Okay. So the other night we were talking, we were like playing Smash Brothers or something, and you brought up.
What are you talking about?
You brought up that Becca had like a hot sister.
Oh, yeah, she does.
Okay. You brought up that Becca had a hot sister.
And Dave can't get this out of his head now.
No. And so
He cannot get it out of his head.
That's great.
All I did was bring up that you had a hot sister.
Okay. No, that's fine. That is fine.
You're
But
like,
here-
that's fine, but I need to know more.
No. You still probably don't remember. So what I did is I couldn't tell if you were being serious or not because he was doing this kind of jokey back and forth thing. And so what I did is I went to your Instagram profile. No.
Yeah,
Listen, I'm sorry,
This
Sam.
is getting
It had
so
nothing-
much better all the time.
It had nothing to
You're
do
like, so what I did is I started a very strategic Instagram stalking program.
It had nothing to do with you, Becca. But I went to your Instagram profile because I was like, if she has a hot sister, I just want to see that. And so I was just curious. I was curious.
You're
I'm
hot,
sorry.
and it's
I was
just something
drinking.
that
It was
had
like
to
late
happen.
at night. I just wanted to see if Becca had a hot sister.
Yeah.
And so I
That's
went
a-
to.
yeah.
It's
Her husband.
reasonable.
Her husband.
That's
is
a normal
Yeah.
man
Her
thing.
husband is a professional mixed martial arts fighter. and,
Really?
yeah, he's very
So none of this
angry
is
person.
true. None of this is true.
No, he's they're wonderful people. She is very hot, just like Becca. It's true.
Okay.
The rumors are true.
So anyway, I went to your Instagram profile and I did the thing where like if you click on one picture, you can just kind of scroll through and it'll let you like go and see all the pictures when you scroll up. And so what I accidentally ended up doing was I double tapped a picture of you in a bathing suit. And well, I don't know. And that's
That's the paranoia is they're always going to notice.
No, yeah, I have been waiting to tell you this because I didn't know if you knew and wouldn't tell me.
I like that she was like, "Oh, Sam, look at this. Dave went way back in my feed and double clicked on one of the
Can't you undo that though?
I know, but no,
did.
even if you do it, the
I
notification
did.
could pop
Oh,
up.
really?
I
Yeah,
undid it,
okay,
which made
yeah.
it seem even creepier. It was you. It was you in like a red bikini.
It's been every night for the past 3 weeks.
You're like,
I go. Also, I do this every night, accidentally. Like
you're like, it
you
was
in
the
bathing
same red bikini photo that I continue to like and dislike over and over again
So anyway, I've thought for weeks or whatever that
about this red bikini.
that you got the notification.
Oh, and didn't want to
felt
say
weird
something.
about it.
Yeah.
Told Sam, but nobody's told me. And you're like, Dave is being really weird. So I had to tell you. I'm
The
glad
best part is you outed yourself on the show. They never knew in the first place.
That's, yeah.
But actually, that
Here's the real creepy thing. Oh, the notification.
So,
yeah.
Dave, when you and I were trying to figure out a way to make up a story as to why you could have liked that picture, I feel like that this worked really well.
Yeah, it totally got me out of
Yeah.
it. That night I got drunk and just started liking all the pictures.
You're like, pretty much what you said in a nutshell was like, so I wanted to see Becca's hot ass sister on Instagram. So what I did is I cruised through all these photos of Becca in a bikini, like those, then popped over to her sister.
I still haven't seen your sister.
Oh, you never
It's
saw
okay.
it? You never saw
I
her.
don't want to see your sister.
Yeah, you don't want to see
I have
her.
no interest.
Yeah.
No.
Well, we're not married, so that's
Oh, that's fine. Okay.
See, you know that. What's her? Well, I won't say her name, but Becca's sister is
Yeah,
married.
you already did,
So
but-
you're not interested, but we can go beep.
Okay, yeah.
You're not
No.
interested in Becca's sister because she's happily married, but you know that Becca in the red bikini, Sam hasn't quite put a ring on
Yeah,
it. You'll like
it's
it.
still in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
process.
Gotcha.
Who knows?
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Okay,
Makes
so
sense.
Oh, thank you. See,
Oh,
there we go.
my God.
You're making me want to like some more pictures.
Things are heating up here. Is it the fire pit or is it this weird situation? Sam, could you tell us maybe just to get back at Dave how many pictures of and Dave's exes maybe that you would have liked?
That was a good self edit.
Did you like that? Or Rar?
Well, here I'll
Well,
just,
you used to date a girl named Rar.
RAR. Like
Yeah. She was pretty hot.
Rar.
She was a scene girl. She was hot.
I've only ever had two girlfriends, by the way. I just want you to know.
One
that.
of them was my mom, and who was the other one?
Well, me and your mom never dated. We had something very casual. Like I
Got
had
you.
sex with her once and then quit it.
It was like an anal thing.
It was. Yeah.
We met her on that app, Anal Connections.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's still on there. she won't get. She's like,
How would you know if you weren't on
well, yeah. So anyway, actually, I was gonna. This was a topic that we talked about. Maybe saying on the podcast, but I was gonna ask you what have the differences been, and I don't mean this to be derogatory, but been the differences that you've noticed in between like an age gap between you and Becca. And I know how that can come across as hostile after I just talked about the bikini thing. But it was something I was going to already bring up because...
Actually, let me also help Dave
Okay.
in that he recently had been struggling with he's dating, he's single for the first time, and he's meeting all sorts of women, and he's wondering
Oh,
which
all sorts.
which relationships are possible, which are
Sure.
not, which hurdles have you guys encountered. He has been dating women who are in the middle school area. And,
well, not all of them.
well, not all of them, but also some of the senior citizen area, and so you're kind of curious
Yeah,
about
I'm just
the gamut.
all over the place.
The gamut.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
pass.
No, you neither? Just off.
Well, Dave had went on a date with a woman who was younger, and he was just like, "Oh, one of my best friends dates a girl who's much
Yeah,
younger."
but how much younger was she?
Same
the
exact.
exact same age gap as you guys.
Wait, you're
Exact.
35,
36.
36,
Mhm.
so 24.
Yeah.
Wait, the last night? That was your last night date? We have to get there. We have to.
I mean, the
get
thing is,
there.
it's just a date.
Yeah.
had a great
this is a
date.
date.
Yeah.
This is a date.
Yeah. So I just, but more, so the magnifying glass off me though.
I can't. No. I have something. I have something.
You have something because you attracted a younger girl. You must have something.
And you're saying, how can I
but
attract? You're saying, how can I attract much younger women?
I just want to know.
Wait, yeah. Is this because you wanted to figure out how to attract younger women?
I just wanted to know if it is like, because you guys make it work, but you
Well,
do.
luckily
It works,
for you,
it works very well.
you know what's funny is that this is not a joke, and I would not try to be funny about this, but
Mm-hmm.
Sam used to have like a book and a seminar about picking up young women,
Yeah.
and so he is actually the one to talk to.
No,
about this.
yeah, you used to give seminars on
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Becca
But-
Becca has something.
Yeah,
to
go
add.
for
Hold
it.
on.
Maybe just hand her them.
I will say that there is not a problem with our age gap. But
So-
this is a case by case thing.
Totally.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
So the honest answer, though, what is the?
I mean, I've always been in serious relationships, so I do take things more seriously. And I just tend to. I would never date someone. Not never, but I mean, like I wouldn't. it just doesn't come up. Like people my age, like I'm not attracted to them because
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
very like career oriented and yeah.
You're just not into the high school boys
no.
in class.
Yeah.
Every
And
day.
Sam, if you want to take it to where you want to take it, I feel like you
Ooh.
can.
No. I mean, I
got
think
rock
that
hard
I think
from that
that I'm
comment.
I'm probably like come off as younger than I am,
I always thought you were a little schoolboy.
and she comes off as older than she is.
Definitely,
And so
yeah.
we kind of meet in the middle. I think that way.
I think so.
Yeah.
And
That's why we all call you Grandpa Sam, because you come off as so young, youthful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've had something else to say, but I don't remember.
I just squashed it with my dumb joke. I mean, obviously, Becca and Sam is one of the most iconic relationships in the group of friends. So the reason Dave is asking
Yeah.
is because he's like, oh, here is the fucking litmus test for Monet's success.
Mhm.
How do I achieve such a thing? How do I find Becca in a red bikini late at night on Instagram?
Yeah.
It's I mean, and then there's the age old thing about like girls are more mature than guys, and I think that's probably or mature faster or whatever, and I think that's probably very true. And it would make sense that a woman who was much younger than the man that she actually wanted to go after, she wouldn't be attracted to the males in her own age bracket because they're just
Of course.
douchey.
Classic.
Because yeah,
Well,
mid-
Danny and I, I'm 2 years older than Danny, and you know we're obviously a very good match. But I feel
I
like,
think she could do better.
well, I feel like I feel like Danny and I are a good match because, like, you know, we're like old friends from the old days, so it's a little different.
Yeah.
Sam and Becca, iconic relationship. It's everybody's so different. It's hard to say.
So
but-
case by case, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
case
Yeah,
by
yeah.
case.
But
yeah.
I mean,
but
you
I mean,
know-
but regardless, those two situations, you have that age difference, male female.
Yeah, yeah.
But then also, Danny's mom and Danny's dad, badasses. Mom older than the dad.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Your first question was, well, your second question was, how do you make it work? Your first question was like, what would have been some things you
Not
had to
so.
overcome?
So no, I'm not so much interested in how you make it work. I wanted to know like
Where
the
they hang
differences.
out?
The differences.
So is
right.
either, like,
I had
is
one
it-
thing. I had one thing.
Is it the playground or is it at like the science center?
It's like
where is the science
it's like
center?
you want sweaters for Christmas and she wants dollies.
Do you like going to the science center?
Oh no. I think. I mean, I don't know. I'm
It's
not
like
sure.
she's trying to get an A and you're giving her the A.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the reason it works is because I mean,
She's hot and
she
you're
can
old.
fulfill all my like Catholic schoolgirl fantasies.
Of course.
Oh,
of course.
okay.
No, that makes sense.
Hey now.
Let's be really honest on this podcast. This
Yeah.
podcast is not about filters. This podcast is not about posturing.
This is great. I started
that's-
out just liking the Instagram photos, but this is way better.
You're like, I'm getting more ammunition.
yeah, I'm getting way more now from.
No,
Becca,
but
do you have a
I-
Catholic schoolgirl uniform? Yes or no?
Oh,
Yeah,
hesitation.
but that's just her normal.
I mean,
wardrobe.
she just dresses like that. normally.
Just like that when you wake up, it's like normal day, staying home today.
I go. What if I'm like, do you have one? Yes or no? And I'm like, she's wearing one now. I forgot.
But the one thing I would say, and it's, I'm not sure if it's really just like her personality or because of her age. You know, I don't really know. This is impossible to know. But just, you know, the fact that when you're not older, like a lot of things, you know, like I feel like she's more of a risk taker than I am.
Sure.
Right. And I don't know if that's just because that's just who she is and she'll always
I
be
would
like
say
that.
a blend.
Or,
a blend,
yeah,
probably.
but definitely younger people are more apt to take risks because they haven't necessarily
Died
come
inside.
into contact with the consequences.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I would say, knowing the both of you, like two of the best friends that you are to me, she's also just personality-wise more of a risk.
I think
taker.
it's
Wow,
probably
wait,
more
did you
of
just
that.
say that she doesn't? She still doesn't understand the consequences of her own actions.
Well,
that was the most
I think she had-
fatherly thing.
Wait,
she
wait,
has
no, wait,
this-
wait. Actually,
That's
let's get
literally what Sam just
let's
said.
get into
No,
this.
no,
Let's
no,
get
but-
into this.
But she for certain
No,
things,
dig yourself out of this hole.
For certain things, she just has this mindset that like it won't happen to me.
Oh,
You know?
it won't
Wait,
happen to me.
This
It
might
won't
turn
happen
into
to
a
me, right.
therapeutic.
Well, no,
kind
this
of-
is good. It's kind of
episode.
like when you're really, really young. You're like,
It's
you're like,
not new
dude,
to her.
I've never
Yeah.
used a condom. It'll never happen to me, bro.
Sam's like,
And then it does,
Oh,
and you're like, oh
contraire.
shit, I guess I
Yeah.
was wrong.
Sam's
Yeah.
like, I've been around the block. a
Are
few
you talking
times.
about? Are you bringing this back to COVID somehow?
But see, no. Well, I mean, I guess I mean, I'm naturally conservative. I don't think it's necessarily because I'm older, you know. So there's
like
probably
Trump supporting?
I just don't. I don't take risks without like doing the calculation.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless I have to. I'm just really.
I'm
careful.
kind of similar.
Yeah, I think we're
Actually,
similar
the two of
that way.
it's not a big mistake. Two of my best friends, you guys are both very similar in that way.
Yeah, yeah. I just do my research. You know.
Dave
and-
does a lot of research late at night on Instagram.
I do research on like Breitbart.com, YouTube videos of a guy in his mom's basement.
Redbikini.com.
Yeah. Sorry, Becca.
No, Becca.
I had to
it's
get
all
that
a
out.
bit. It's all a bit.
Yeah.
It's more so a search for your sister who's married, which makes it fine. Which makes it fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. It's
Yeah,
all
I mean
right.
that was I was just trying to think of something, but honestly, that doesn't even really make sense. So it's hard to think of anything.
That's great.
Yeah.
Humans, age is just a number.
You know,
That's all.
Michael Jackson also used to say that same thing.
About
Yeah, he'd
about
say
little
age
kids.
is just a number. It's just, Let's see what other topics I got going on
Yeah.
here. So I found my
Kick
list
out
of
the
topics. Let's see. How's everyone doing sex-wise?
We already covered that.
We covered that. Oh, well, yeah, there was something I wanted to cover here in the hard-hitting topics. Projectors, and I wanted to get back to that. And the reason I wanted to get back to projectors is because since that whole entire conversation, we never got into projectors.
Right. We never.
And I wanted just to throw a couple things in the fire and see if anything lit. Projectors, fact or fiction? That's what I wrote down.
Are they real or are they not?
I don't know if they are.
Me and Chris have so off the air. This has been behind the scenes.
This is an off air.
We have been like disagreeing about the essentiality. Is that a word? Okay. The
Definitely
essentiality of projectors. And so what I
Actually,
did,
this podcast could have been called Essentiality. That would have been awesome.
yeah, we can still call it that. But so I found like a really good projector. It's probably about like $500.
So you're saying,
original.
like an essential worker,
Yeah.
you're saying a projector is also essential to the movie watching experience.
I only allow things into my life that are essential.
that are essential,
Yeah.
like young women.
Young women. Yeah. You guys are on the line. I'm not sure. But yeah, like I got like a $500 projector for like $50.
Okay.
And it's become like one of my favorite things. I come home, I hook my laptop up to it, and I just project on my white walls. And
I've
it's
always
one-
said that
it's
a lot,
one
of,
of my
a lot of
favorite-
what you say is a projection. I've always said that.
of my white.
Becca, do you have any Marlboro
privilege.
Reds? I would love to respect you as a woman.
Do you have any American Spirits?
Sorry, it looks like Becca's for me and not for you tonight, Samuel.
Wait, what did she have?
She has Marlboro Reds.
Ooh, yeah.
She's a risk taker.
She's a
Yeah.
risk taker.
Yeah,
That's-
See,
that's
it
a risk.
fits in perfectly.
I would say if she were 5 years older, she'd have American Spirits. But she's 5 years younger. She's smoking Marlboro Reds. She
Yeah.
comes out. She's got crystal meth powder all over her nose.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry. Continue, Dave. This is part of because I know you want to smoke too.
Detour. Yeah. So yeah, and I love the idea of projectors. It's become like a year ago it was drones, and and now it's like it's projectors, and so I love the idea of them. I have been trying to set up a movie night with you guys where we all like go outside.
Popular opinion actually would beg to differ that I've been trying to set up
don't know about that
late night
because
movie
because
night.
I've tried to tell Chris how great projectors are, and to tell him like you need to get a projector projected on your white walls, and it's amazing because it's an automatic big screen. You don't need to buy a big screen TV. You project it on whatever you want to.
What are the pros and cons of this projector?
I don't think you need to watch it in a dark room.
Okay.
Which is when you watch movies generally.
Interesting.
So I'm all pros. Tell your cons.
I don't really
See,
have any
you're gonna
cons.
say you
I
don't
really
have any, but
I don't really have an
but you
opinion
push
on this
back against the
topic.
projector culture.
I'm not actually interested in this topic. I don't
Yeah.
know who brought this up.
There was a projector meeting and you went in and shut.
This is all I
that's-
said is that obviously I love projectors.
Sure.
This is actually the very first time. This is iconic. The
Can
word
I get one
I
too,
ignored
Nick?
this
I'm sorry.
entire thread when you guys were talking about
I know,
projectors.
Sam did not like this.
No, we had like 300 probably and 50
I would say it's
notifications.
way too many.
We
I
have
would
talked
say
about this
I would say this
forever.
argument lasted about 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
we're
be
still
honest,
fucking
yeah.
going.
I just missed it. I missed this train. Yeah.
Let it be known for the record, the official record of
He's going to try to sound cool now.
No,
like
no,
he
no, no,
loves
no.
projectors.
No, I'm actually has nothing to do with projectors.
I almost just lit
The
them
very
up.
first time that we're smoking cigarettes on the podcast because we're outside.
Yeah.
Listen. So cool. Becca Malecki, my little sister from another Filipino mother, always has Marlboro Rez, which is like my brand when I was
How long have you been Filipino?
young buck. You're like, how long? You're like, how long's your sister been Filipino? Anyway, hold on. Sorry, I'm exhaling.
This is good.
Sweet
This is the
cigarette smoke.
This is the first cigarette I've smoked in probably a month, maybe.
Oh damn! I smoked one with Freddie a few days ago. He had some, but anyway, projectors, pros and cons. Projector, amazing. Obviously, if you have the ability to watch a movie on a projector, if it's a very nice projector,
It's not hard to have that ability.
let me finish.
Okay. Why did you just make it sound like you need to like be like born into like a lineage of projectors, like a silver spoon
Dave.
in your mouth? If you have the ability
Did
to watch
projectors
movies on a
beget
projector.
projectors?
Dave, your projector privilege is extremely
You're like,
visible.
not
right
everybody
now.
has access to projectors.
Well, let's go round table. I love projectors, but here's the thing, is that I love a projector. Here's the problem with the projector.
Okay.
You have so obviously you have the convenience issue, like throw on a movie real quick, boom bam pow, you put it on the TV, boom bam pow. In the old days, yes, a projector is going to have, you can get a large projector image cheaper than a large screen TV. It's changed. Large screen LED 4K TVs are extremely easy to get now.
Yeah.
Not to say that would be the ultimate equalizer of this conversation, but I live in a small apartment.
We live in the exact same square footage, just so you guys know.
But listen, we've seen Dave doesn't decorate his house whatsoever. It's a
Untrue.
very sad, weird situation.
I have white walls everywhere, no furniture.
Have you seen the movie Seven, where they go into the guy's house? It's like that. If you've ever been in there, Danny's like an interior designer.
It's the gluttony
Yeah,
scene.
it's the gluttony one. And Dave's always face down in a bowl of spaghetti. I'm like, Dave, have you been working out? And he's like, not recently. Not recently.
You lean over to wake him up. He's,
He's just
not alive.
and then he wakes up immediately. He's like, how do I meet young girls?
I can see that you're over there struggling with the list of cons. So
There's no real cons.
yeah,
Except
I agree.
there's no real cons except for what I was saying is like, when I have a very large screen TV, it's very large. And I'm going to be like, all right, I'm going to watch a movie. And you're like, wait, no, let me project it instead. It's just like, I don't think of it.
No,
Yeah.
here's the thing.
Well, Sam, okay, you go ahead. You go
well,
ahead.
no.
Yeah.
Here's the pro is that I only want one TV in my house. I just even when I was dating my ex, she had a TV. She had another really nice TV that she talked about bringing over.
She talked about it?
She talked about it all the time. That's why we broke up. And I said no because I thought it didn't look cool.
You screamed no.
I did. I yelled at her that it did not look cool. And I just didn't want two TVs in the house. I thought it was tacky. And so like, but the thing that's cool about it is you can have your TV in the living room. Then you can be in your bedroom where you're lounging, cozy, maybe about to go to sleep. You can watch a movie while you're falling asleep and then project it on the wall. There's no TV there. There's no non-cool looking TV to take up space.
What about the setup of the projector, though?
Well, you can wheel it in and wheel it out. That's what I do. But I leave it in my room.
Okay.
I'm not a casual. I'm like an everyday projector watcher.
Do you watch? So you watch projected films every day.
Yeah.
Is this another part of your campaign to find younger women to sound cool?
Sure. Yeah. That's the thing I lead off with in dating apps. So anyway, projectors rule. You heard him make his case. Not one con.
I didn't really have a
Not
case.
One
I
con for
said
projectors.
projectors are ideal and I love them, but it's like I'm going to put a movie on. I just don't think to be like this must be projected.
Well,
Sam, what do you think?
So you literally watch things via projector in your apartment.
Doesn't sound like he's on your side to start.
This isn't starting out well.
Sam,
yes.
okay, so what do you think about it?
About watching things
Because
in my...
you're a bit of a cinema buff.
Yeah, I mean, it would just come down
How did
to
cinema
like
start? Was it with flat screen TVs or project? I can't remember. I can't remember how it really started.
Yeah, I mean, they used to ride horses and shoot muskets. And so,
they would shoot muskets and then
die
they would
of smallpox.
they would
What do you mean used to? That's how I got here.
Well, they
I
would-
got here on a horse and by shooting. a
Well, they would,
musket.
they would curl up in front of their 4K LED TV at the end of the night.
No, I mean, I would just ask, like, how does the image compare to
It's a good question.
my television, for example,
It's a
in
good
terms of
question.
like brightness and color? I mean, that's
Well,
all I would care about.
Those are the actual pros and cons, which obviously we're skating over. But yeah, I mean, it's just more so like, do I already have a TV? Do I want to drop it on the projector? How does it compare? Blah blah blah.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
if all those things were the same, but I could get a much bigger image, and
See,
but
this is what happens when you talk about it. You realize because there's no cons. You just right there had an epiphany. It
But
seemed
there's
like
also
where you
no
were like,
pros.
that sounds perfect.
There's no cons. There's no pros. It's almost like a moot subject.
No cons or no pros.
No. The con is definitely the thing. You need a good surface to project it on.
You'd have to have a completely blank wall for this large surface, and plus,
wall.
And
you
plus,
can't
a
watch.
wall would suck though. You
I know.
really want a screen.
Yeah, you want to screen because of the resolution.
No.
I mean, a wall would be fine.
It would be
but I'm
fine,
just saying,
I don't
but
know-
a
I don't
wall would
notice
not
a
be
big
as good as
difference.
an expensive new Sony
Yeah,
TV.
exactly.
It'd be better. A flat screen
No way.
via
There's no way a brand new Sony TV is going to be less good.
No,
than
I'm
a-
saying it would be better than on a flat screen. It would be better.
Yeah.
but to me, not very discernibly better. What it looks like to me is it looks. Do you remember, guys, when we used to watch VHS
I
and
know.
not complain
I know.
about it?
We are
And
spoiled
and-
as fuck.
Yeah,
That's
and so
no doubt.
to me, it looks
but
to
the
me it
reason
looks like
that
a
was
DVD.
that
It
was
looks like a
convenience.
DVD.
But what I'm saying is the VHS was convenience. The TV I already have is convenience. It's
Yeah.
like the same thing. It's like whatever I have, I'm watching it. I'm loving it. I'm having.
You know
a
what's so
great
convenient
time.
though? How cool I look without having a TV in my room. But then I'm like, oh, bam, I do have a TV.
So if a
But
girl
it's-
comes in and
You
she's like,
you wheel in. You have like an overhead projector.
it's like, what if it's
You're like
like
showing her slides of your dog.
So I failed to mention that this is actually just a frame by frame projector. I just have to change it for every.
You're like-
and I like narrate. I'm like, and this is what happened in this scene, and I'm like, hey, no, give me back my trousers, Billy.
you're like in this next slide. This is me, spring break, 19.
I wonder how much of this we're gonna cut.
Probably nothing.
So wait, is that the last topic?
Oh no! I
Sure,
got
isn't
topics out the yin yang.
Good topic.
I got the next topic here. Projectors, factor fiction. Sam,
Wait, projectors factor fiction?
Yeah,
they
are they
exist.
real?
They
Oh,
are.
here-
They are.
Here's
real.
a good one: hamburgers versus steak. The cold hard truth. That's what I wrote. I don't know.
Oh,
what
okay.
That means. I'm
That's
not
a-
sure what that means.
I feel like that's good because we haven't talked about food in a little while.
hamburgers versus.
Well, I don't know if
steak?
that's no. It's good that we're
Because
talking about.
I know because you love steak, Sam. Likes
It's good that we're
hamburgers.
talking about food and we haven't in a while. But what you said was stupid. Hamburgers versus steak.
Oh, I said because where do you fall?
Steak.
You fall on steak.
Yeah.
The
Becca's
cold,
nodding.
the cold hard truth.
Yeah.
But Sam, where do you say hamburgers versus steak?
You're just like
Hamburger.
saying Skittles like
Wait,
versus
Did
like.
you hear what Sam
Oh,
said?
no, I didn't.
Hamburger.
Whoa.
Sam says hamburger. I say hamburger. Wow. I love steaks.
You guys are becoming less essential with every.
If there's anybody that knows who's essential, it is Dave. I would say that steaks are delicious. I love steaks.
Yeah.
But here's the problem with steaks. Steaks are like, this is what I always say, a classic Chris Hartram quote that people quote all the time. Steaks are like apples.
Wait.
Yeah. Everybody's always going around town saying this. Steaks
Yeah.
are like apples. If it's a really good apple, hell yeah, this is good apple.
If
But
it's a green.
but if it's a
steak,
bad,
don't eat it.
If it's a mealy apple,
Yeah.
then it's not a good apple. So
Yeah.
steaks are the same. If it's a great steak, best food you've ever had. Not that good of a steak. I'd rather have meatloaf or something.
Yeah,
That's how
totally.
I feel about
I
it.
agree. I agree 100%. Yeah, I mean, the only time I ever get steak is when I know it's going to be like out of the park good, Like
How have you
filet
guys been
mignon
dealing with
or
the fact
something.
that you're just not very manly and that you like the steak is like the ultimate.
So you're saying that
what is the
men,
ultimate
you're
man-
saying
it
men
is.
don't eat hamburgers?
No, men eat hamburgers too, like the ones that
I would
like,
say blue collar,
Yeah,
old
if
school.
I'm working at the construction
people that are
site and I come
conservative
home, am I
like
gonna
Sam
eat
hamburgers.
You think blue collar men can afford a good steak? They're fucking eating hamburgers like
Yeah.
a man.
People who eat hamburgers like beat their wives and stuff. They vote for horrible people. So that's
Jesus.
fucking what they do. A steak for me is like
Dave, you like we're like at McDonald's, we're like on a road trip. I'm like, I'll have the Big Mac, and you go through like, I'm gonna get the filet mignon, medium rare. You're like, unless you don't have that, unless you hate women. I would argue that both steak and hamburgers are symbols of what we would call masculinity. So we can throw that argument right out. But I love steaks and hamburgers both. But if I were gonna die tomorrow, last meal, someone's like, here's your last meal. I want like a double cheeseburger. Like that would be my last meal.
Yeah. You get that like cold crunch of iceberg lettuce.
Wait, what?
And that like juicy, like fresh tomato, and that like the perfectly toasted bun with mustard. Are you kidding?
Like steak is, in order to say hamburgers are better, like it needs like a bun, it needs to have cheese.
That's what a hamburger is.
Yeah.
There you go. No, but
steak is pure.
yes, steak is by itself.
So this is what I would say. Hamburger is a meal, a dish that's a created thing. Steak is an ingredient. It's one piece of meat. It's not even a thing you like put together. They're like, what's in this steak? You're like, well, there's raw cow, dead meat in the cow. It's just the one fucking ingredient. It's not even. It's not a fucking thing.
So you're saying hamburgers need help in order to be
hamburger helper. That's what it's.
So it comes down to hamburger helper. Actually, every topping that you put on a hamburger is a hamburger helper.
Well,
So
that's
what?
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I would say, I guess because I'm from like a very blue collar like background, humble existence. We grew up eating hamburgers, and you were like living with those like very rich white people.
Watching my fucking projector.
Yeah, just like watching your projector eating expensive steak.
Laughing
about-
at like homeless people and
Yeah,
stuff.
you're like, are there any women that could be younger? You're like, could there be any younger women with my steak? You're like, I'll have the projector, the steak, and the 15-year-old girl. You're like, because I'm covered in silk.
That's my legacy.
It's more of a legacy than it is an argument. Let's see. Hold on. What other topics do we have? Becca, do you have any topics?
I'm gonna get another beer.
Hamburgers versus steak. Oh, if you had to sleep with one male celebrity, who would it be? You have to. If you don't, you die a horrible death. That's what I wrote. That was the last time I wrote it. I haven't read that in a while. Wrote it a while ago.
What was the question?
If you had to sleep with one male celebrity, who would it be? And you have to. If you don't sleep with the guy, then you're gay. Nobody wants to be
So
gay.
if you don't sleep with the male
If
celebrity,
you don't sleep
you're
with the
gay.
male celebrity, you're gay. Nobody wants to be gay. Let's be honest.
For me, it's always. I don't know if anybody's gonna really know who this is, but
Very quick to answer.
No,
Little
I've-
gay over here.
yeah, no, I'm not gay. That's how it
Well, it
works.
sounds you're extremely excited to answer this. Sounds like you've been practicing this.
I've been
answer.
thinking about this for a long time. The guy that I'm attracted to more than anybody is the lead singer of Silverchair.
Oh wow!
But here's the thing: he's very effeminate.
That's a very interesting.
He looks like Lily Sabowski. Lulu Sabowski. Do you remember her?
No.
She was a '90s House of Glass. Is that a movie?
Lulu.
Lily Sabowski.
And
She was also in Deep Impact.
Oh, okay.
She looks like a female Daniel Johns. That was always
Oh,
very
interesting.
attractive.
Okay, so Daniel Johns. Okay, yeah, no, obviously, I'm just kidding. I know Daniel Johns. I love him. Would love to sleep with him. So Dave's is Daniel Johns. Becca, who would you say if you don't pick a guy to sleep with who's a celebrity, you're gay?
I would probably say Jude Law.
Really interesting, because he's
a very attractive guy, but that's an
he's kind
interesting,
of
like,
he's like a
number one
downhill
choice.
daddy kind of.
But that's what she likes, clearly.
Okay, all right.
Runners up would be Gary Oldman, but Gary Oldman now.
Gary Oldman and Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Can we just say unironically that you like unironically that you like old men?
Yeah,
Old
like
man and
Sam's
old-
not the first.
She's like Warren Buffett, Bernie Sanders.
A guy who literally has old man in his
Gary Oldman. Yeah. That's good.
That's what I was trying to. Nobody
Dave,
got
that's
it.
good. I didn't get that. That was good. She's like Gary Oldman, Joey, extremely old person, Bobby Grandpa.
Those are real names.
Okay, so there's obvious.
Wow, that's so interesting. So yeah, so definitely old people. And
so
also,
you would have sex with Jude Law, Gary Oldman. What was the other one?
Okay, no, he's.
Ian McGregor.
You.
I mean, he's older now. He's older now.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, he's older now, but
Yeah.
no, that's interesting because before him, you were kind of saying people that like Jude Law was like classically attractive back in the day, but like not that it matters, but he has very much like a receding hairline now. He's like he's more in creepy roles now.
But she likes that. She likes
no,
an
that's great.
older man.
Good for you.
It's good for us when we get old.
Yeah, that's true.
It's more so good for us.
It's just interesting to note that most females say Ryan Gosling. That's the number one, probably.
I would say Danny's, and I'm speaking out like people have been speaking out about the podcast, but Danny's are probably a little more traditional. She would always go like Brad Pitt, Ryan Gosling, I'm trying to think, Chris Hartram.
She's on my level, yeah.
She is. Oh, you're saying, so you would sleep with Danny? Is that what you're saying, motherfucker? You want to throw down? You want to
I'm saying Ryan Gosling and Brad Pitt.
Oh yeah, no. See, I would say Brad Pitt.
That's just too easy, though.
If you're gonna have to fuck a guy, why wouldn't it just be like, let's just go?
I'm
for
like kind
it?
of like an effeminate guy because I'm not good.
The thing is that like me and Sam are kind of like, if I have to sleep with a guy, I guess it'll be the hottest guy in the world. But you're like, I've been thinking about this a lot. And I've been thinking about it a lot.
Well, I mean, I definitely have like. There's been times where I've Googled
Have
pictures.
sex with a guy?
There's been times where I've Googled pictures of him.
Becca in a bathing suit?
Just by, I'm saying gay stuff. You don't have to correct me.
I know. I don't even know why
I'm saying I've Googled pictures of Daniel Johns just randomly,
And
to look at him.
And what did you think?
No, he's really hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
So we're gonna go Daniel Johns. You pick one. You have to pick one.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
what
Okay.
I don't understand.
I'm gonna
What
go.
about Jake Gyllenhaal, guys? Oh my god. That was a unanimous no. I think he's hot.
I feel like Jake Gyllenhaal's the kind of guy I want to hang out with. I don't want to bang him though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say Brad Pitt, circa Legends of the Fall.
Oh,
Very effeminate as well.
Oh, yeah.
What is his name? Tristan. Kills a bear. Kills me. Kills my bear right here. Let's go.
Never watched it.
Fuck me up. So would you, Dave? So you're saying with Daniel Johns, would you bottom or would you top?
I feel like I'd have to let him give it to me.
You want to let him give it to you? Yeah.
He'd have to take over.
So Sam, Gosling's muscly. Would you go bottom or you go top?
Top.
Top. That makes sense.
What a manly answer.
That's cool. I'm not gay, so I wouldn't do either one. But, but noted. Let's see if there's any other topics here. That was
you
last.
actually have topics this time.
Well, they're old topics.
So great.
Found an old list.
What's a good topic that you guys can contribute to?
Yeah, Becca, you have any topics you want to talk about? We got the pandemic. We should actually just give a quick pandemic update. Everybody's doing okay. It's like we're like December. It's been a year. Everything's pandemic-y.
So
Yeah.
I have it.
You have COVID?
Yeah, so I didn't want to. I wanted to be like a big reveal on the podcast, so everybody was. Just
that's
like,
cool.
Whoa, yeah,
I'm glad that I made you put a mask on in the car.
yeah. It had holes in it, but yeah. I haven't got it yet. I feel lucky because I work at a hotel.
You said before that you might be immune, right?
Yeah, it's possible.
I don't think it is though. What do you?
I'm probably immune.
Well, do you think it's possible that you had it previously and just didn't realize?
It's possible because I pride myself in not getting sick, and it's been about like 3 to 3.5 years now since I've been sick, and yeah, and I've been good ever since then. Actually, the one time I had AIDS.
Well, there was an AIDS scare. The AIDS scare of 2017.
Oh yeah.
What was it again? It was like you thought you had AIDS, not because
No.
it's like a joke version.
Yeah.
It's
Wait, the joke version is HIV?
Well, remember where you were like
It's the funnier one?
You were just paranoid. You were like, I've been sick for too long. Clearly you didn't have AIDS, but it was like that was your paranoia.
Yeah. Well, this is personal. But
Is it? I don't think it's personal.
I
You
don't
just
know.
like thought you were sick for a while.
yeah,
Thought you had AIDS.
I feel like I'm one of those types of people that when I get sick, I get like really sick, and with AIDS, you do get really sick.
Is
I'm
that
just kidding.
true?
No, no, but
AIDS is actually a complete government conspiracy.
it is. Yeah. No, I was just sick, and I wasn't getting better. Like I kept like I felt better, and then I felt sick after that. And there was a time, and it was a long time ago. It was 3 years ago. It was a really long time ago, and I I had been with somebody at the time that I thought maybe wasn't very safe. And I just
Daniel Johns from Silverchair.
and I convinced myself because I did the whole Google diagnosis, whatever, and anything you Google with symptoms, you're going to come back with those symptoms, and symptoms of HIV are like everything.
Well, yeah, but also to be fair, you were like, the questions were like, have you had unprotected sex with a man? You were like, yes. And like, have you been sharing needles with heroin addicts? You were like, yes. So like it made sense that you were.
I could check some things off the list.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, it's really weird thinking back at that time because I definitely convinced myself that I
really
like, had
Dave
HIV.
was just completely insane.
Yeah.
He's like, one time I had sex with a girl and I can't stop coughing. It's got to be AIDS. it was completely.
And I just
insane.
remember Chris being like, "You're ridiculous. You don't have it." And I remember thinking in my head like, "I'll show him."
No, I remember we were sitting in the basement where we first recorded this show, and I remember you telling me all the reasons you thought you might, and I was like, Dave, I literally spent like years when I used to live abroad talking to a doctor and being like, no, I have AIDS.
So he did.
He's like, why? And I was like, because I fucked all these chicks. And he's like, you don't have AIDS. And he would like give me the test, and I'd be like, so what is it, AIDS? And he's like, no, it's not AIDS. I'm like, oh, well, next time I'll have AIDS.
Oh, did I tell you when I got the call back what it was?
What
it was
was
amazing.
it?
I got it in a voicemail. It wasn't the actual call. Or
She's
maybe-
like, you do have herpes.
no,
but
this person was either the most brilliant comedian of all time or just the worst bedside manner person with the worst bedside manner. And she called me. Maybe it was on the phone, maybe it was voicemail. I can't remember. But she said, your HIV test came back negative. I'm not joking with you. That's literally.
She said, your HIV test came back
I'm not
negative.
joking. I swear to fucking God, that's what she said. And she, in her comedic timing, gave me a life, it gave me like this, like that pregnant pause. Like I felt so much in those little, like the second until she said the other
course.
thing. It was amazing.
You saw your entire life go before your eyes.
And then after that, I was kind of like, touche. All right. That's how I would like to do it too if I was calling people.
You're like, can you possibly fabricate like a positive result to like make my friend Chris like, look stupid for saying I didn't have AIDS?
Because I want to show him. Yeah.
Sam, what's going on with you recently? How are you?
AIDS.
AIDS. That's cool.
We've all got it.